If you want to implement a successful cold email marketing strategy, then this is the last cold email marketing training or tutorial you're ever going to need to watch in your entire life. In fact, in this video, you're going to learn how to do cold email marketing step by step, and you're also going to learn how to implement a cold email marketing strategy the right way. The training that you're going to see in this video is part of my highly successful Cold to Gold course that people pay over $5,000 to get into. So pay close attention to everything that I'm going to share to you in this video. In case you don't know me, my name is Patrick Spielman. I'm the founder at Upticks, which is the unlimited sales automation CRM that helps you launch and manage all of your outbound campaigns, including cold emailing, cold calling, LinkedIn outreach, and lead nurturing, all in one place, which includes managing the entire cold email marketing strategy that I'm going to reveal to you today. Now, let's dive into the video and let me teach you how to book meetings and make money using cold email marketing. All right, so in this video about cold email marketing, I'm going to teach you how to hijack your prospect's attention using a 3-tiered cold email marketing strategy that aligns prospecting efforts with ROI. Okay, what a concept. So the first problem that you're probably used to, and if you're a beginner with cold email, then maybe you don't realize this, but if you start doing cold email and you didn't watch this video, you would run into this problem where essentially what you do is you would have a campaign and you would enroll all of your contacts into that campaign. So the big warning here is not all leads are created equal. And given the opportunity, your leads will sabotage your business. Why will they sabotage your business? Because you'll waste a bunch of time on leads that absolutely don't matter, and we don't want that, okay? So the solution to that is segmenting your lead list based on estimated business value, okay? So what I recommend doing is bucketing our leads into an A list, a B list, and a C list. Now, these lists are going to coincide with the effort that we put in, okay? In terms of your lead list and how we do this, this isn't a video on how to build a lead list. I've actually created another video on how to build a lead list, very, very fine detail. I'll put a link to that video in the description and also put it above. So once you're done with this video, you can move on and you can watch that video next, or maybe one of my other videos on cold email. So once we've bucketed our leads into A, B, C lists, and I'll show you how we do this in just a little bit, the important piece to this is that our A list, our B list, our C list aligns with the value, okay? So the value of the prospect matches the elbow grease that we're gonna put into the lead. So in our A list, for instance, it's gonna be a high touch effort, okay? These are our most valuable prospects, all right? So if you think that you're just gonna take a lead list and start blasting a bunch of cold emails out, you don't want to do that. You're going to end up with a ton of problems, email deliverability issues, and you're going to be worrying about things that absolutely don't matter. Instead, by aligning your effort with the value of your prospects, you're actually going to get better results. And I'm going to show you the numbers in just a little bit. So our A list is our high touch. So these are like human emails and human research and stuff like that. I'm going to show you more as we go on. The B list, shockingly, is our medium touch effort, okay? Where we're going to actually leverage some AI tools and stuff like that, which I'll get into later as well. And then our C list is our low touch effort. Okay, so these are people that aren't worth as much to you, and we're going to put them more on automated campaigns, okay? And a good rule of thumb is spending about 60% of your time on your A list, 30% of your time on your B list, and 10% of our time on our C list, okay? Now, expanding a little bit further, let me kind of show you how this works. So in terms of our A list, again, we're going to use a mixture of human to almost fully automated between our A through C. Okay, with our A list, we're going to do things like custom subject lines for our emails. Okay, custom intro lines inside, and custom research and personalization to the prospect to stand out the most. Okay, I've got another video on that teaches you exactly how to do this A-list prospecting strategy. Again, I'll link in the description to that and also put a card up above if you want to check that out after this video. Make sure to watch this one first and then move on to the next. With our B list, now with this, our A list, of course, it's very, very human, and we're going to put a lot of effort into it, okay? Because the juice is worth the squeeze, as I like to say. The B list, I said we're going to use some AI variations. So using these AI tools, we're going to be able to just essentially run it through an AI algorithm, and then you can pick the variations of these intro lines, or PS lines as we call them, and then insert those into your cold email. And instead of spending a ton of time on research yourself, because these leads aren't worth quite as much money, we're going to let the AI do the work. Now, the AI is not perfect, but that's why we're using this strategy with our B list and not our A list, okay? And then with our C list, we're going to use a concept called Spintax. So these are very automated emails. All right. So we still want to segment the lead. We still want to research the lead, qualify it, make sure they're worth emailing, right? We don't want to email anybody that's not worth emailing. All right. But from there, because these are more automated, what's going to happen is your emails are going to have a higher chance of getting pushed into the promo tab. All right, by sending a lot more volume and more automated. So this concept of Spintax is basically dynamic content that rotates the content and the words in your email. But basically what this does is help increase your email deliverability, all right, because you're not using the same template over and over again. When you do that, the email gods like Gmail and Microsoft, they start pushing you into, the promo tab, especially Microsoft, Google. Because they see the same template going over and over and over again. By doing this, this is one piece to the puzzle with your email deliverability. Now, again, this isn't about email deliverability. I've got a whole nother video on that, which again, I'll link to. But all three of these strategies, we're going to send about 5 emails. Okay. I'm not going to get into the content today with all the emails. That'll be a topic for another day. This is just a high level strategy and the training and giving you kind of a tutorial of what this looks like. All right. Now, I want to show you a little grid by mapping your domains. And if you're not doing and using burner domains, then you definitely need to watch my video on email deliverability. Okay, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to have multiple domains, multiple email accounts within each of those domains. And then we're going to enroll your leads into an A list, a B list, and a C list. And the way we do this is we first do a research step on the lead. So I'm actually going to hop into Upticks and show you exactly how we do this and how doing this lead research then automatically puts these leads into the correct sequence so that you can match your effort with the proper strategy. Okay, so I'm in my Upticks account here and I'm going to show you how we actually do this strategy, starting with a workflow sequence. Okay, so essentially what we need to do is we need to take our lead list, we need to enroll all of our leads into a sequence. And essentially what that sequence looks like, we distribute the leads to users. Okay, so let's just say you have a team of 3 or 4 people and you've got a new lead list. This step would automatically distribute the leads to each person. And then what would happen is a review and qualify and segment lead step would get scheduled for them. But this task is going to show up in their Upticks inbox. Okay, and this is basically their centralized spot to get all their work done. And as they're doing the research, essentially all they're going to do is they're going to update a field called lead quality to A, B, or C. On the basis of that, what will happen is A, B, or C will automatically populate our lead list. Okay, so inside Upticks, you can segment your leads using a concept called Smart List, where Dan here is lead quality A. There's my A list. That A list is associated to a sequence, and that contact then will automatically start that sequence. So it can schedule an entire new series of steps. So initially, you just want to get all your leads qualified as much as possible. And as they're getting bucketed, then when you've got your sequence, in Upticks, you can build from scratch, or you can pick one of our pre-built sequences. Okay, so we'll come in here, we'll pick a lead list, and then you've got your research lead. We wouldn't need the research lead. This would be personalized my cold email. Okay, and what'll happen is this entire sequence now, so the task will get scheduled to the person performing the action, and the sequence will be paused until that task is completed. Okay, so they will not get this email until this task is completed. So this allows you the opportunity to write that personalized intro line and your custom subject line. And again, you can use a custom field for that and insert it into your email template, or you can simply pause an email template and get rid of this step, and this will schedule this email template in your inbox, and then you just edit the email template and you click send, and it still tracks all the stats and all the data and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty simple to get your leads in Upticks and automatically categorize them into your proper A, B, C list. Okay, and in terms of the enrollment, it's super simple. So you come to the enrollment step and you type in your A list, and now your contacts will automatically get enrolled. You don't have to do anything else from there. So once your rep or whoever's doing it assigns that A quality to, or B quality or C quality, those will automatically populate our lead list, and it'll start whatever process we absolutely want. And it's just super, super simple. Hey, if you're loving the content and getting value, I'd love if you'd like the video and also comment below with any questions. We respond to every single comment. And if you're looking for ways to support the channel, we'd love if you'd sign up for a free trial of Upticks to help you with all your cold email marketing needs. Now back to the video. Okay, so now you're thinking, oh my God, this is a lot of effort. I've got to look at every lead. I've got to research them and figure out if I should email them, which strategy they go in, so on and so forth. And so I want to show you what I say the maths, right? Because the juice needs to be worth the squeeze. Okay, so let me show you the math. Now this math is going to be based on what one like VA or freelancer or SDR could perform reasonably and still do a multi-channel approach. If you're not using a multi-channel approach, then again, I've got another video for that, but this is mostly about email. This should give you enough time to focus on email as your pillar strategy and channel, and then still get to doing, calling and LinkedIn on top of that. So one person could reasonably do this, maybe even more. I'm trying to be conservative. Now, you're not just going to send 100 cold emails and get 100 leads, right? You've got conversion metrics. So let me walk you through the metrics here step by step and show you exactly what you could be getting from your cold email strategy. So with our A list, if you just enroll 10 leads per day into this A list, and we shoot for a 70% open rate and a 25% reply rate. Now that's across our entire sequence. This is very conservative given the strategy. So 25% reply rate is very, very low given the fact that we've already qualified our leads, we're validating emails, we're making sure they're the right person to reach out to, and then we're heavily personalizing these, okay? If we book at 20%, we're gonna schedule about 7.6 meetings in a month. All right, so on and so forth. You've got your conversion rate, your follow-up emails, all that kind of stuff. Now our B list, you could do 20, actually probably even more, but again, we want to save a little bit of room for our multi-channel approach. We're going to get a slightly worse open rate, and that's because we're not going to be able to customize these subject lines as much as the A list. So we're going to use like standard templates for these subject lines. With our A list, we want to use custom subject lines based on our prospect themselves. Okay, so which means we're ultimately going to also get, because we're not doing as personalized of a strategy and doing as much lead research, we're going to get a lower reply rate. Okay, so on and so forth. You can see this. Now, by the time we get to our C list, we're going to do 40 a day. So our volume's increasing, right? Our open rates are declining. And that's okay. If we're using a proper domain infrastructure, it's not the end of the world. We're going to get lower reply rates. These ones are mostly on autopilot. We're not going to spend as much time on these. Okay. All said and done, we're going to hit about 17 meetings in a month. You can probably get a lot more. I'm trying to be conservative in this video. And plus, this strategy, if you're using the proper multi-channel strategy, you can actually over double your bookings by retargeting with calling and then LinkedIn with the same leads. Okay. Each one of these is going to take about 10 minutes for your A list, 2 minutes for your B list, and 1 minute for your C list. So right now you're probably thinking, but Patrick, I'm not going to spam people. This is way too many emails. Or maybe you're thinking it's not enough volume. Okay, if you're in the camp that you're thinking this is, spamming people and stuff, hold on for a second. I'm going to walk through some of the things that make this not spam. But if you're in the camp that is worried about this isn't quite enough volume, then just keep in mind that this ABC list, this can all get amplified, right? So you could always have another VA come on board, or you could have another SDR come on board, and you can snowpile these numbers and really start to get traction. And again, I'm being very, very conservative. So if you're in the camp that thinks this is spamming, the secret sauce to this is really 3 things. It's personalization, especially with our A list, right? Even our B list and our C list. Okay, we're still personalizing things with the strategy. Relevance. Now, some of these, I'm going to expand on these in subsequent videos, so a topic for another day. Keep an eye out for those videos. And then intent. If we can stack all 3 of these on top of each other, it's really, really sets ourselves apart from doing cold email and spamming people. There's a big difference between cold emailing and spamming. One of the biggest separations is actually doing that research on your leads as a first step before we do anything. okay? Because a lot of people who are spammers, they don't really care who the person is. They're just blasting as many emails out as possible, okay? Now, let me get into some of the things within our A list and our high value prospects that we want to keep in mind for our email content. So, human personalized emails obviously is the biggest thing. So, we're researching every single lead. We're writing custom subject lines. Now, again, I've got a training video on how to get 40% reply rates with cold email that goes through this A list literally step by step and exactly what to do to get 40% reply rate. So check that video out. All right, we're writing custom handwritten human written intro lines. Okay, now just doing the research alone is going to separate us from being spammers. Now doing all of this stuff is going to then further advance kind of our efforts in being a cold emailer versus being a spammer. All right. But then we're going to leverage automation to do our follow-up video, or our follow-up emails, excuse me. Okay. So the first email is very personalized, and then our subsequent second, third, fourth, fifth emails, those ones are completely automated. And we're always going to want to run A/B tests. Now, when you're first starting out, don't get too overwhelmed. Just start with this A-list strategy. Okay. And focus on doing heavily personalized email. And again, check out the video for that. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to launch all three of these strategies at once, or even going crazy with A/B tests. Okay, just launch one campaign. And in matter of fact, you could just launch it with your initial email, add your follow-up emails later. You don't even need to do it right away. So don't overwhelm yourself. So I've got a saying that is, something is better than nothing. Okay. We don't need to be perfect when we first launch. What we want to do is just launch, and then we want to perfect, okay? But we'll use data and stats and numbers to do that, all right? So that's the A list. The B list for medium value prospects, AI personalized emails. So we're going to be using a system like Upticks, for instance, to write our personalized intro lines for us. So instead of you going out and researching the lead and writing personalized intro lines or subject lines, the AI is going to do it for you. All right, so let me show you that B list and writing AI intro lines. Basically, inside of Upticks, all you got to do is you essentially just add a step for intro line, and you can do that as the first step, and it gets assigned to somebody, and then essentially that task shows up in the inbox and displays all your AI intro line options. You pick an option, and then boom, once that's approved, then your B list AI personalized email number one will automatically get queued up and ready to send out. It's really that simple. But as I mentioned before, we're going to use industry-based subject lines. So, it might be, please don't use the subject line quick question. You want to do something relevant to the prospect based on the content that is in your email. And as I mentioned before, the AI-based PS or intro line, we're just going to be using a system for that. So once you do that, all you got to do is pick a variation. All right, so this only takes like 1 or 2 minutes per lead. Very, very easy. And we can insert these AI intro and PS lines at the beginning or on the bottom of your cold email. And now it's personalized. It's not as good as our A list, but again, our B list prospects are not worth quite as much as the A list. And just like our A list, we're going to automate our follow-ups and do our A/B testing. Okay. And then lastly, our C list. So these are our low value prospects and our automated generic emails, because we don't have the time with our C list to go out and write personalized subject lines, personalized intro lines, personalized PS lines. This is going to be more high level type information. Okay. And we're going to use that concept of spin tags to rotate the content in your email. And I'll show you how to do this in Upticks real quick in just a second. And that's going to help you with your email deliverability. If you don't do this with your C list, or maybe you're going to not listen to my advice and you're just going to blast out emails, I would implore you to use spin tags and plus a bunch of other email deliverability things within your strategy so that you can help yourself land in the inbox. All right. Now, other things that we can do with a strategy for increasing personalization is inserting, the day of the week, the company name, their name, and any other merge fields or data that you might have on the prospect to help, just make it look like it's as personalized as possible, right? Although people this day and age know that, you can use these merge fields and automate things like this. But there's often ways that you can craft this and use it to your advantage. For instance, I was doing some coaching with a customer the other day, and they're looking at somebody's web traffic and dictating whether they're a good prospect for them. Their product goes hand in hand with it. So we're inserting the amount of web traffic that they get on a monthly basis. So that's kind of a unique thing to put in the email that makes somebody kind of scratch their head and go, did they actually do the research here? Or like, you kind of want to make people wonder. But if you're writing your emails the right way and you're getting people to, at least interested and you're checking the boxes on your cold email copy strategy, then you should pique curiosity at least. Okay, so for your C list, let me show you an example of Spintax. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to write different lines of our cold email. So this is just an example. Contact first name is staying bootstrap, going well for upticks. This is just an example. But inside of here, there's several variations. So there's 4 different variations of that same line. And what upticks does is it rotates the variations between all of those. Okay, and the same concept for each one of these different lines in the email. Now, you don't just have to stop at doing entire lines. You could, for instance, do this for just individual words. Okay, it often gets maybe just a little bit more cumbersome to do, but you can absolutely do it for individual words or entire lines. But what this does is it helps increase your email deliverability, and you definitely want to do this if you're using any sort of volume or automated cold email strategy. All right, so that completes the end of the video. If you want to level up your sales outreach and fill up your calendar with more than 23 highly qualified sales meetings per rep every single month, then you can book a call with us. The link's in the description. And for now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and check out those videos that I linked to that can help you with your cold email marketing even further. Until next time, again, my name is Patrick Spielman, founder at Upticks, and we'll see you soon.